Okay, is it working? I'm not sure about this. I've never done this before, so I don't know if this is working. Um, Anyways, if anyone connects, please let me know. Write me some lines so I can know if this is working and you can see me. I mean, you can watch the live session. For now, I will start and see if this actually works. I've never, ever uh, did this before, so I don't know how this works. Okay, so the idea today is to start working on the sculpting of an orc head. I don't know, probably 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. I hope we can go on with it if this actually works. By the way, I will just start sculpting, and whatever happens, it's good. Okay, so let me just get rid of the cube. Okay, and first of all, I'm gonna bring sphere or a round cube. This in this case, I go to sculpt mode. By the way, in order to change the menus here, I mean to access the menus, you have to press Control Tab or just come here and change the mode. So in this case, we go to sculpt mode and I will press here X. This is symmetry, by the way. This means symmetry. So I'm coming here and pressing X. So that way I can have both sides. I can work on both sides at the same time. So if I press F, this is the key to change the size of the brush, and G, sorry, G. By the way, let me just here put this add-on so you can see here you will see the keys that I'm pressing, so that way is easier for you. So let's go. So as I was telling you, if I press F, I change the size of the brush, and if I press G, I pick up the grab brush. Okay, so this way you can move in both sides in symmetry, and it makes it much easier. Okay, so let's just go to the point and start moving around because I want to get this area here, which is the cranium of the character. Okay, so I want to there's a little lag on the live, so maybe it goes a little bit slower. I hope it doesn't affect too much. Okay. There we go. There's a little bit of lagging, but let's see if we can handle it. Okay, I'm bringing another object, and for that I press Control Tab again, which brings up the menu. These are the modes you can work with, and I'm pressing Object Mode, so I can now bring another mesh. Mesh is simply a primitive, a polygon that you can bring to work with. So I'm bringing another sphere or round cube in my case, because I like to work with round cubes better. So in order to move this object and without going from here to there, and I want just to move it on the Z axis, I press letter or key G here. As you can see, I move it. Control Z, and you go back, and you go to the previous movement. So I'm pressing G, and then the axis Z in this case. As you can see here, I can only move it in the Z axis. So I move it around here, and again I press Control Tab, and I come to the sculpt mode. In this case, let me do something, because sometimes when you move the objects on screen, you have to adjust the scale so it doesn't give problems later on when you try to sculpt. So I'm pressing Control A, and I will apply the scale. So the scale is the same. Here, if you press N key, here you can see all the parameters of the object. Here you can see now that it is they are both on the same axis and scale. Okay, so again, I'm gonna press Control Tab, and I choose sculpt mode. As you can see here, I don't have the symmetry, so again, you have to, with each object, you have to choose symmetry again, to press symmetry again. So I'm gonna take this panel off here, so I press N key again, and now, as I told you before, I'm pressing F to change the size of the brush, and this way I can move it with a grab brush with this the key G. Okay, so I'm moving it around like this. I'm trying to match the general shape. This is called, by the way, this is called blocking. Okay, so here in this stage, which is the main stage before you start anything, before you start sculpting, you need to block out the general shape of the character. I'm afraid it can be a little bit slow when streaming, but my computer is not that powerful, and sometimes there's a little bit of lagging. So I'm simply just trying to move it and to place it more or less. Okay. By the way, please, if there is someone out there watching, please leave me a comment and let me know if you are actually able to watch the stream, because I've never done that, and I really don't know how it works, if it's actually streaming or not. By the way, I must tell you something, and it's that here in Spain we are suffering heat wave, and it is absolutely infernal. It is hell. It's so hot, and in order to stream, I turned off the fan and I'm literally dying. I'm sweating like a pig. So if I suddenly stop sculpting, it is because I'm dead. Okay. I'm basically dying. Okay, I will just bring another. So this is the mask. I always press the mask by mistake. So I just come. I will tell you about the mask in another occasion or whenever I use it. But in order to take off the mask, I press A key, and I press clear mask. This way it just disappears. Okay, so I press tab. No, I don't press tab. I press Control Tab and I go to object mode again, and Shift A is the shortcut to bring another mesh. Okay, that's Shift A. So I'm bringing another round cube, and again I'm pressing G to move it, and to move it only on the Z axis. So I press key Z and I move it downwards. And now something important. If you want to scale the object, you can press S key like this, and you see now that I'm scaling it. But I only want to scale it on the Z axis. So I press Z. The same. So this way I can just scale it vertically. So this way I can now move it, and same if I wanna scale it on the Y axis, I do it the same. So S key, and now Y, so I can scale it only this axis. Now again, G for moving and Z for the axis. So this way I can place it only vertically. Okay, you see here this little text. It says that it doesn't have the scale. So that is because I'm manipulating the object on the object mode. So I need to adjust the scale to the other two objects. That means that I have to press Ctrl A and apply scale. Okay. Again, I'm gonna go to the sculpt mode and I'm gonna press X here, right here, for the symmetry. So that way I can start pulling and placing the neck. If you wanna choose between objects, you can press Alt Q and you can change. You see, and select the object. So I'm picking up this one, and I'm going to make his jaw a little bit wider. By the way, sorry, this is my first live session, so I'm a little bit nervous at the time, but I guess you understand. Okay, so again, Alt Q, and I choose between objects, F for the brush size. Okay. So anytime you want to start a character, the first thing we have to do is block every single primary shape you see in the character. So you need to analyze and see which geometry conforms the shape, the general shape of the character. So it is very important to actually study the character before moving on, or you can do it at the same time while you work. I mean, while you start working with a character. But I would recommend that before you even start, just watch it carefully and take some minutes to actually study the character. Okay, so now I'm going to, okay, now that we have this very simple shape, I'm gonna add a little another object, which will be another round cube. I always use round cube. I like to use that. Of course, um, when I start learning better, I probably would find better ways of sculpting, probably. Okay, so I'm gonna just scale it this way and scale it this way. Okay. There's a little bit of lagging. Okay, if you press R key, you rotate the object. Okay, so you can rotate, because I want to place it just right where the ears should go. If you press RR, double R, you can move it around like this in every direction, which is really helpful. So I'm bringing these here. Probably in another session, I will tell you about the proportions of a head. Being my first one, I just go with it and flow with it. I don't think I can actually focus on giving you like too many tips on proportions and all the stuff. Anyways, nobody's here so watching, so I'm just talking alone because I don't even know if this is working. But okay, so we have these, as you can see again, the same text saying, so I will just give it a little bit of shape. Of course, this is a very simple approach to the character. Okay, we are not focusing on details yet. Of course, it is only primary shapes without caring or worrying about anything else. Actually, I would advise you to practice every day, just blocking ahead, blocking. I would recommend you to start by doing challenges, like stay 1 week only blocking heads daily, on daily basis. So you just block heads. Like you can do one, you can do three, uh, no matter how many of them you do, but um, just to actually um, play with the shapes and start practicing. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. As I told you, this is just blocking, so let's see. Okay, this is another thing that mm, I use a lot in Blender, which are the modifiers. And in this case, I'm going to add a mirror modifier so I can see the ear from the other side. In this case, I'm going to go here on this tool, add modifiers. It says modifiers. So I press add modifier, generate, and I come here to mirror. And now you have to pick up the object you want to mirror. I mean, the object you want to mirror the head. Actually seeing that there's a problem here. For some reason, it's not symmetrical, or at least it seems it's not symmetrical. I don't know why. Let me just, no, it is. Okay, never mind. All right, so let's now adjust a little bit better the profile. Because he has these very prominent eyebrows, you know. Like I'm going to just pull them forward. All right. Let's bring his head a little bit more like this, and his cheekbones, they're a little more prominent. As you can see, I'm not giving detail, so this is just a very raw idea or shapes about where things should be placed, you know. Okay, I'm going to do something, and I'm going to join these two objects, and I do so by pressing Ctrl J. Okay, this way I have the, okay, no problem. As you can see, the ear just went to the other side. So I'm again choosing or picking up the main object, so that way they stay in place. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm going to I don't know, what should I do? Should I remesh it, or should I use a multi-resolution? Okay, here we have like this. You see, the multi-resolution modifier gives a lot of polygons, so I can actually work on it. But when you do this, you have the two still the both objects are separate. If you try to, you can see that I cannot blend it. I cannot blend these this line. You see there, but we can just go ahead with this and try to. There are many ways. Okay, many ways of. I didn't go with the symmetry. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just add more clay. Okay, this is not a tutorial. Okay, this is just sculpting session just for practice, because I'm actually learning, so I cannot give you tutorials. I can just share my journey. Well, I usually don't use the multi-res modifier right now. I rather do it by remeshing, so this is the way I'm going to do it. Sorry. So I'm going to remesh, and that means that I will give more polygons to the general shape. Okay, so in the sculpting mode, I can just press R, and here I can play with the amount of polygons that I remesh. I can remesh the whole thing. Okay, so I'm not going too far. I don't want to do it too detailed. So I'm going to go this way, and if I press Ctrl R, I apply the remesh. So that way I can have more polygons to work with. So I'm simply just playing with the shapes, just trying to get general idea. As you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just, trying to match more or less the general shapes. This guy. All right, let's see. See, like that. Okay, if I press Ctrl R again in the sculpt mode, I give more geometry to the head, to the neck. So this way I can start adding more detail for the neck. All right. I don't want to go into too much detail, as you can see, just trying to match the general look. Anyways, I would advise you always work with references. When you're learning, you need to have uh, references in front of you so you can study, all the elements of the character, so that way you work more confident. I'm going to move this a little bit backwards like that. Okay. All right. Let me just pick up the ears and bring them backwards. And let's see where are they placed? By the way, I'm just checking here, and I think that let me see. Mm, okay, I'm changing this focal length because I don't like the view right now with 50 millimeters. I just love working with 88. So the focal view is a little better for me. Okay, let me see. As you can see, the ears are placed right here between the eyes and the eyebrows and the nose right now, the end of the nose here. So I'm trying to place the ears that way. He has a very wide nose. And kind of these are coming right there. Okay. All right. Let's do the same with the ears. Let's give it a little more polygons. So Control R in the sculpt mode. Let me just check if the scale is all right. So I go to sculpt mode, Control R, and I give more resolution, a little bit more polygons right there. No details, just trying to match the general shape, you know. Okay, just let's bring the eyes. Let's bring the eyes. So again, object mode, Control A, scale just in case. Now Shift A, and I bring mesh, another mesh. And this time I'm going to bring a UV sphere for the eyes, scale, which is key, S key, scale, and I make it smaller, and I move it with G and letter Y. Now it's a cyclops. Now, okay, X, smaller, like that. And let's bring it backwards, G and Y, like that. I'm gonna add a subdivision surface modifier just to see the sphere a little bit more, you know, clean. So just X. I'm gonna add another modifier, which is generate and mirror again, and I pick up the face, the head. Let me just check something. In sculpt mode, I go here to the symmetry, right up here, and I press symmetrize. You see, I was seeing something strange. So sometimes it doesn't work on perfect symmetry, so you have to check at this point. All right, I see that here under the lips, he has a very thick area. And this one here is also quite thick. Let's just check the proportions. Well. All right, so let's see now. I'm gonna add more clay here just to add clay for the eyelids right there. Remember, we don't have enough polygons to create details yet. So I'm simply trying to match as much as I can the general shape. This way it's much easier to work on details later on. He actually has a very thick nose right here. All right, there we go. Okay. I'm using this brush, which is inflate, and it's to give a little more volume, you know. Oops. All right. Yeah. Here, this is very I'm just checking this space here, this area here, because he has a thick lip and also a very large chin. So at this point, I'm just want to give a little more volume there. There we are. Okay. Okay. You see how you can change the expression just by moving some areas? All right. Actually, we don't have much polygons, so we cannot give too much detail. And still, maybe the eyes seem a little bit too small. Let's try something. No, too big now. Just a little bit like that. By the way, I don't know who this artist is, but I'm suspecting it's AI, probably. I took it from Pinterest, and now you cannot find many human artists in Pinterest nowadays. So it is fine just as a reference, even if it's probably AI. If it's not, and please let me know if you ever watched this live session, who the artist is. Probably it's AI. Most probably. Okay, let me just add a little bit of volume here. There. And here for the bones. All right. Still, I see the nose a little bit too small. Coming from here. Just look it from all angles. Just check every angle in order to find mistakes or something that doesn't match with the concept. Okay, so just let me see. I'm not liking the ears that much because they seem to be like very high on the concept, but that should work. All right. Okay, let me just add another round cube. And let's make the tusks or the teeth, whatever they're called. I think they are called tusks. Tusks. I don't know. Whatever. All right. So again, I'm pressing symmetry. I'm going to just make a very fast all right. Okay. Make it easier, smaller. Let's just make it thicker. And now rotate, and now rotate. And now like this. And let's try to place it again. I'm going to apply the scale, and I still don't know if this is running and it's working and the live is actually playing. I'm not sure about that, but hey, I'm just okay. As you can see, the task or the teeth comes at this point of the nose, of the cheekbone. So more or less it is like this. Okay, we will do it better later when we give details. Okay, though I've been here for, I don't know, 40 minutes. I don't know. Anyways, I will keep working. All right, so I'm gonna add generate another mirror modifier and picking up the head. Okay. Probably they're a little more separated from each one, like this, probably like this. Yep. And let's see. Okay. Okay, something like this. I'm going to move the lips so they kind of wrap the teeth. This comes like that. Okay, if you wanna duplicate the object, you have to press Shift D like this, and pressing S for the scale. Okay. S X, just to make it a little wider. Okay. Now let's inflate a little bit. Here. All right. Okay. Okay, let's make his Adam's apple. I think it's called like that in English, right? Adam's apple? Or I'm just making it up. All right. Still don't like the profile too much, but it's because we don't have polygons. We don't have polygons. All right. Let's see. Not bad, but probably the face should be lower, and the nose a little bit there, like that. All right. Okay. So what about giving more polygons, more resolution? What do you think? Yeah, I think it's time now. Time for the resolution. Okay, I'm going to take these teeth and I'm gonna move them a little bit here and a little bit down like that. And like this. All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's give a little bit more polygons to this face. And probably I will join both the head and the ears, probably. I said probably, but I'm still not happy on where the hell are they placed. And the shapes, general shape, I don't like it much, but okay. I'm adding a little bit more volume here on the back of the ear. Just like that. For some reason, I think that his eyes are more separated, like let's see. Okay. 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 All right. Mr. Arkman, bring me a dream. Okay. Let's see. What should we do next? Okay, let's give. I was thinking about making the blocking for his hair. By the way, I think the like that. Yeah. He has a very long and strong neck. And the trapezius, and they are quite big, so here. His muscular. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's give a little more. let's apply the mirror to the ears and apply the scale. And now I'm going to select everything, Control J. I forgot the rest of the things, but no problem. Mirror to the face. Why not? Okay, no worries. Just take it off. And I add modifier and I say mirror and I just put this. What? What I'm doing wrong right now? Okay. Anyways, I told you I'm learning. No. It's a little more. Let's go with this. Everything we've done is just disappeared. No, don't worry. It's just, this is just, I'm smoothing the whole thing. Now I can give them a little more detail, you know. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. Here he has like a triangular shape. His nose like that. Just like this. Okay. The eyelids and right there and here. He looks worried. Like, he looks a little worried. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry. We are just sculpting you. Okay, let's see. In order to sculpt the eyes correctly, you need to place the lacrimals and let's see, and the upper eyelid should make this 45 degrees angle, like this. Then up here it comes like this, like a straight line, and then it comes down surrounding the eyeball. Anyways, later on when we have more polygons, we will do it better. But for now, it will do like that. Here, they come more rounded like this, more. Okay. Okay, we have another wrinkle here and another wrinkle here. Okay, and we need more volume here, coming from the nose to the cheekbones, and coming right here, right. Here we have the lips, and for the lips, I'm going to just, if you press Ctrl, you do the contrary of the function of the brush. Okay, for this brush is crease polish, so it makes a line deep, not that deep, but you know, it creases a line. But if you press Ctrl, I mean, look, if you crease, you do like a line. But if you press Ctrl and do the same, you just pinch. You see, like, it gives volume, and it is very useful when you need to accentuate the shape of lips or eyelids or whatever. Very useful. All right. I'm not super happy with it, but I know there are more wrinkles here and more volume there, but I don't have polygons enough right now. I can try to add a little more here, and the wrinkles that come like that. Okay. Don't forget that we are working with symmetry. Okay, so later we need to make it natural. So we will disable the symmetry. Okay, okay. We have a big chunk of volume here and also here, because this guy has a big mouth. And a very sexy chin. Too sexy for my chin, too sexy for my chin, chin, chin. Okay. This is the way. That's the way. I like it. Okay. He seems sad to me, like sad or worried. I don't know what you think, guys. Okay. Typical orc. Very Warcraft, right? Like very Warcraft orc. Let's see if I can just. Oh, too much. Or maybe not. This is a big guy. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's work a little on the ears. Let's see the ears. Probably I'll need more So I can actually work better on the ears. Okay. The ears can seem a little challenging, but I like making ears actually, as I like making hands. I love making hands. I don't know why people hate them. But for me, they are quite fun. Okay. They shouldn't be ultra super realistic ears, but they have a kind of a realistic look here on the concept. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. Yeah, I know what I did. I applied the mirror modifier and then I took it off. Anyways, don't worry. I can go to edit mode. I can select this one, separation, selection. I separated and I will do something and it's deleted. Object and deleted. Okay, now I can add the modifier again. So that way we have both ears looking the same. It's looking pretty small. It's looking pretty small. Let's see. Okay. Okay. This is the clavicle. Super clavicle. Okay. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. Okay, let's go with more resolution here. No. Okay, I just go carefully, trying to smooth these volumes. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm learning, okay? So that means that I still don't do things, you know, the the best way you can do it to optimize, you know. So I'm just practically sculpting as a sculpt in real, because I come from a traditional sculpting background. So yeah, I tend to sculpt the same way. So that means that I don't care about polygons, and that ends up by crushing my PC. But who cares? Okay. Okay, let's see. Of course, I'm not going to finish this guy in 1 hour and a half. But, well, it's just to block it, to play a little bit, and to practice. Probably I will finish it later. I can actually record. I don't know, I can actually record the whole thing. And all right, let's see. Okay, 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 okay. Obviously, I will not finish it. but, but. Okay, I see that the mouth seems to be, there's more space here. So I will have to move it a little bit downwards. And this angle is like this. Okay. Okay, so I don't think I will keep streaming. It's been like, I don't know. I'm not sure yet if it's 1 hour and a half already, but as I told you, I won't be able to finish it. I need more hours, or at least another hour to actually be able to add more detail and all the stuff and make him look better. But anyways, I mean, it's not that bad. Look, I can bring a Taurus and look at this. Of course, this is not the ideal shape or the way to do it, but he has a ring on his nose. So that is something. This is not the way, but he has a ring. So, okay, so thank you very much for watching. I think I will leave it here. And probably I will record the whole process, you know, finishing the character. But I think that for a first time, it's not bad. I mean, as a practice, it's not bad. Of course, there's a lot to improve. And probably I would stay hours and hours and hours trying to trying to make it better, but I don't want to bore you, and this is my first time, so I cannot ask for more. So as I told you, thank you very much for watching. If you could watch it, if this is working, probably not, because I don't see any signal that it is actually working. But if you watch it later, I hope you enjoy it, and thank you very much. Just let me know in the comments what creature or what head or what practice would you like to see in the next live. Thank you very much. Bye bye, and keep sculpting.